Alright, I'm going to show you another video, but first I want to show you the first one that I found of Brien Forester, and this is it right here.
Like a statue.
Right, stop right there now. This is a statue. You can see it's a statue, and it's a huge statue. And as you come down through this, and it's laying down, it's been broken, and watch what happens as you go down. Look at this.
Boom.
Boom. Okay, there it is. Very strange weathering. They weren't, you know, who's expecting this to be inside of these statues? Nobody. But there's the ribs. Now I do, because this is what I do, and I can see the pattern of the anatomy, and the lung, and the liver, and this and that. And it's all coated with granite, and granite is not a natural stone. Granite has no metals in it. And I've done very close understanding of granite, and it always ends up in being piled up in what they call intrusions, which are not supposed to be there, and they're layered intrusions and things as well, which means they could put a layer on and another layer on, another layer on it, and there's no metals, and they are always found near what they call orogenies, and the orogenies are heavily metalled, mineralized areas that are also intrusive because they are the product of dead creatures. Alright, well, I was just talking about the granite. This is a granite countertop. It's actually, it's in my house. There's about 30 feet of this granite, and this is the only particular piece of metal that I can find in the whole countertop right there. Now, metals are in everything. And now I want to show you the other thing. You see this rust color? That is the color of the arterial blood. And you see these little black bits? Those little black, see them over around there? Those little black bits are the vein blood, and they seal off in they're blue in the body and they're black in blood and mud fossils. And you can see that there's just a tiny taste of metal. There's no other metals in this whole thing. It's all mineral that they use to make these statues. They use it to make all the statues. You see this? These are granules. These are chunks. Nothing. It's created like this in homogeneous little chunky things. It's crazy. They crushed this all up. They used alchemy. They extracted the gold and the precious metals and ended up with this. Got missed. Case closed. Alright, this is another Brien Forester video, and he's graciously allowed me to show these. And he goes and he looks around for things and tries to explain them. That's exactly what I do, only I do it kind of in miniature, and he does it out in the big places. Now, this is Egypt's massive stone statues. Who made them and how? Alright, now this is his look at it, and he's trying to figure out what's going on. And I'm going to play this right now. This is a huge, this is apparently the biggest statue there is. And I believe it is the same thing as the other statue he showed, that I showed you before. This one is as well, and here we go.
They are conservatively estimated at weighing 1,000 tons of...
1,000 tons. Now, look at this. This is what I want you to focus in on. You see his chest there, and you see his head. The lighting is not good, but it's not all that bad. Now, I have a chest here from a mud fossil that still has the bones there. You can see where it was. Here it is right here. Hold on a second. Oh man, it's not real heavy, but it's not real light either. Alright, here, I'm going to shoot this off so you can see. Now, alright, that's pretty much in the camera. Alright, what you're going to see here is the lung pattern, and the stuff that you saw on his chest is that kind of stuff right there, I believe. Now this is a lung, and here on the other side is the bone. No, I'm sorry, this is the side with the bones on it. If you look real careful, you can see this. Hold on, let me come right up close. You can see the bones and all that stuff right in here. I hope you can. I don't know if you can or not. But they're there. There's bones in here. There's bones over here. See that one right there? That's a bone chip. Now, I'm not sure where he was, or her, or whoever it was. And what condition, but you see how you got the this side here has the lobes of the lung, and it's been real washed out. Apparently, it was in some kind of a watery pattern, and it's a lung, and I'm not sure whether that's the back or the front, but it's one or the other, and that is the same. I'm going to show you again the guy's chest, and you see the red, and you see the black, you see all this bunchy, bubbly looking stuff. That's what happens when creatures die in these conditions, and they are petrified, mineralized, and so forth with this. Now, this is in a different area, in a desert or whatnot, I'm not sure. So the conditions were a little bit different. This one I showed you was a little more wet. So let's watch it and see what happens. But you see all that stuff there? That's exactly what happens in these mud fossils. They get all that bumpy looking stuff. You know, obviously it's the stuff from the guy's chest. It's his lung tissue and everything. And there's all kind of bubbly stuff in there, and blood, and as it petrifies, it bubbles up and creates those patterns. So let's listen.
A piece. And what's most intriguing is the fact that with this one, you see it's made of multiple pieces.
Not
But
this
one, even though it has many cracks in it, etc., it appears to my eye.
All right, to his eye, he's going to say it's all one piece, and he's right.
That this is a solid piece of stone on a huge base.
It's not a solid piece of stone. That was a creature at one time. Now, they do something to them to solidify them. I don't know what. I really have no clue. But I can tell you one thing. I'm very
So if the stone was brought from
personally
400 miles away.
Look at that. I mean, look at this chest. I don't know what else to say. I've seen these things a zillion times, and I feel pretty well confident that that internal structure was likely from a creature. So that's all I can tell you. You saw mine, you saw his. That's the way it works. Now, go to Mud Fossil University and check all my stuff up there. And I really appreciate it from Brien Forester. And I really, and you know, he's not associated with me. I don't want to hurt his reputation or anything, because a lot of people don't like what I do. But it's just the way it works. I'm not doing it to hurt anybody. I'm doing it because it is what it is, and I want to show what it is, because nobody else will do it, because they're all scared. And that's just a fact. Alright, it's Mud Fossil University, and here it is, and there is zillions of things up here, and they're all very, very credible. There's nobody's arguing with me that I know of. You know, they just won't go up there and look because they're afraid. So that's the case. Mud Fossil University, and on YouTube it's Mud Fossil Original Research Group.